Welcome to Cook to Nourish. Today we are going to see how to make grain-free shortbread cookies. These are absolutely delicious. So first, to get started, we start with 3/4 cups of tigernut flour. So that's half a cup, and we'll add another quarter cup of tigernut flour. I like to use Anthony's Goods brand, and that's the one that I have been using. Next, we need about half a cup of arrowroot starch. I find this is the combination that works really well, the arrowroot and the tigernut flour for this cookie. So that's half a cup of arrowroot flour. Now we're going to add a little bit of salt. That's about a quarter teaspoon of sea salt, and then a tablespoon of gelatin. Next, we are going to add about 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. So I just do like half of the 1/4 teaspoon measure. And next, just try to mix all the dry ingredients together. Just like using a spoon or spatula, just kind of going around, make sure they're all mixed in well. Next, we are going to take a large mixing bowl and add 1/3 cup of coconut oil that has been softened. It's in semi-solid state. Now you can also use palm shortening softened instead of coconut oil if you want to keep it coconut free. So both of these, either palm shortening or coconut oil, work well in this recipe. Next, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. Now this 3 tablespoons makes it less sweet. If you wanted it more sweet, you can add 1 more tablespoons. But I find 3 tablespoons to be perfect. Then I'm adding about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I just mix all of this using a spoon. I really don't feel the need to use an electric mixer here, but you could use it if you wish. So since the coconut oil is softened, it's pretty easy to mix. And now we're going to just add all the dry mixture that we mixed before into this bowl. And initially it'll look like pretty dry. It won't look as if it's going to form a dough, but just kind of keep mixing. And then ultimately I like to use my hands to knead the dough. So once you start using your hands, it will come together. And then the dough is initially, as I said, it'll look a little bit on the drier side, but slowly it will become wet as you work it up and as you mix it together. See, now it's all come together. So now you just roll it into logs and cut it into like about a half-inch squares, or even less, like quarter-inch squares. But I like to keep it a little bit on the thicker side, so I get like thick shortbread kind of cookie. So that's about half an inch thick I have cut. And continue to do the same thing with the dough. I am actually going to color half of this mixture with pink color, just because it's Valentine's Day is coming up soon. I wanted to make some pink cookies, so I'm adding about a teaspoon of beet powder, organic beet powder, into the rest of the dough, into like half of the dough, so that I can get pink colored cookies. And that actually worked out really well. I wasn't sure if the color would stay pink, but it actually turned out really well, and it was so I'm just rolling these again the same way, and you can give it any thickness that you want. About a quarter-inch or so thick is good. And you get in all about a dozen cookies this way, of this size. And next we put it into the oven at 375 degrees and bake for about 8 to 10 minutes until their bottoms turn golden brown. So, how you know it's done is when you kind of lift the bottom up and see that it's slightly golden brown, and then when it's done, and just keep it out but let it cool for 15 minutes at least. Okay, and then here I'm going to quickly show you how to make the frosting. So this is about 2 tablespoons of palm shortening that has been softened. I use the Nutiva brand, and to that I add about a tablespoon of coconut milk, and sometimes I'm able to mix this frosting just using hand, um, but other times I have to use an electric mixer. And I add just about half a tablespoon of maple syrup, just a little bit of sweetness. And then again I'm adding the beet powder because I wanted pink color shortening, pink color frosting. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of beet powder again. I'll place the link for this beet powder in the description box so you know exactly which one I'm using. And then just use an electric mixer to fluff it up and mix it all well, and it becomes nice and fluffy. It's really yummy frosting. And of course the pink color is optional. If you don't have it, you can just have it as white frosting. So you can have the option of decorating some of the cookies with frosting and keep some of the cookies plain. But these are absolutely delicious. Hope you try them. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.